Hey guys, it's Hafiz, and today I'm going to talk about how to buy the truck and what you need to look at if you are buying a truck with the DEF system and how much it costs you to have a DEF system in your truck. So, we're going to go through some numbers and it's going to be boring, so please stay tuned and you're going to get some information from here. So before you buy any truck, you need to take the test drive and then you ask the dealer if you like the truck that you need the trip activity report. They can pull that out for you, or you can take it to the nearest shop and get this report printed. This report give you all the detail about the meter reading and the fuel it was using, and also it give you the engine serial number that you need to match with the actual engine if it was ever replaced. So it also have all the detail about the history of the vehicle, like if the truck was speeding. As you can see that the truck was speeding between 66 to 71, how many hours, you can look at that. And if you ever go above the 71 miles per hour and the highest speed limit on it. So we also have the detail about the park region time, how many hours it was doing the park region, which is 311 in this truck, and also the idle time, how many hours, and also it tells us how much fuel. So the time, fuel, and the economy of the truck. Also, it gives the report for the RPM if the driver was driving over the required 1500 1600 RPM ever. So you get all those detail that tells you the history, and also if the driver was doing hard brakes or the normal brakes, that tells you how it's gonna affect the engine for all this time period. So you buying the truck, you want to know the history, who was driving it, and the way they were driving it. And in this report, you can also get the detail about the DEF system or the DPF regeneration system. So it gave you the detail about the part completed region, and also the fuel it used during that time. Also tell you about the driving region time. Also tell you how much the fuel it was using, and also we have the detail about the def, how much the def we were using while we were performing the park region. So we need to calculate all this cost, and we can get these numbers from here, which is going to help us to buy the truck. And also it tell us how much it cost over time to have the def system in your truck. So average, we are driving approximately 150,000 miles in a year, 125 to 150,000 miles. And on this truck, we have like a 620,000 miles trip report. And you can see the trip economy we are using is 250 miles per gallon for the DEF. So that's telling us that we are using approximately 1 gallon of DEF for 250 miles. And we can check how much fuel it used over this time period, and also it tell us the fuel that we use or the DEF we used for the 620,000 miles. So we're going to add up all those numbers and calculate the cost for the 620,000 miles, and it's going to give us a rough estimate that how much it costs us to have the DEF system in our truck. So to find the cost of the DEF system, we are going to do the simple math. We have a 620,000 miles on this report, as you know. We're going to write it down and divide it by 250, which is the mile per gallon, 250 miles. So we got the 2,481 gallons for the DEF that we use for this many miles. And we are going to take the gallons that we used while we were doing the park region, the fuel that we use. So that's approximately 2260 plus 344. We're going to do the total approximately 2600, and total we're getting 5081 gallons for the fuel, diesel, and the DEF. So the average cost for the diesel and DEF, we know that's approximately $3.50. We're gonna take the average cost for both, and we are dividing that to the number of mileage that we drove and the total cost, and we are getting the 0.0286 per mile cost for the DEF, because we are using the fuel and we are using the DEF. Total is the 3 cents per gallon average that we are wasting on every single miles. And if we run the average 1 million miles on the truck, we can see the cost, and we're going to do different numbers just to get the rough idea. If we have the 1 million miles, or we have 100,000 miles on the truck, or 125,000 miles in average in a year, it's going to cost us like $3,583 approximately in a year for the average trucking company for one truck. And we're gonna do different numbers to see, and if we do like a 500,000 miles, and the cost will be $14,336 just for the DEF only, while it's doing the region and we're doing the park region. So let's suppose if the DEF go bad, what's going to happen then? We are going to add up that cost and see how much it costs us over the time of the truck life. So we multiply that to average 500,000 miles. That is the total cost for the DEF fuel. And we are going to add approximately $16,000 for the one box system. That's going to cost us $30,000 roughly for the truck to have the DEF system over the life of 500 to 600,000 miles. So now we're talking about $30,000 cost, and 600,000 miles we can divide into 125,000. So that's giving us like 4.5 years. So 4.5 years, we take it like a 5 years. We give it 5 years lifetime for the DEF, and divide into 50. So that's like a $6,000 cost. Divide into 12, so every month we are paying $500, adding up the cost of the DEF fuel and also the repairs, like we're replacing the whole system. We're not talking about calling for the road service, and we're not talking about having any sensors replaced in between. So we're talking about $500 cost for every month to have the DEF system in our truck. So now you know that the average cost for the DEF, if you want to know how much it is the 3 cents approximate. You multiply it to miles, and you can calculate any number with that. And if you want to add up the cost of the DEF system or repairs, that's totally different. So everybody is going to have a different cost. So in my recommendation, if you're buying a truck, it's better that you buy the truck and you get the history of the truck, and you need to know if the DEF system was ever replaced. Try to get the codes history from the ECM, so you know that if they have any issues with the DEF system, because this only system that can put you down, and you can lose a lot of money just because you have something in your truck that you don't need, but you are required to have it by law. And if you remove it, it costs you maybe $1,000 to $1,500 to remove the whole system, but it can end up with the heavy fines on your trucking company, which you don't want to pay. So obviously you don't want to do something illegal, and you have to have this system by law, and it's going to cost you $500 flat for the 5 years or 6 years of the truck life, because normally we replace the truck after 600, 700,000 miles, and the next buyer is going to take that headache. So hopefully this video helps you guys, and please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have a great day.